Hey, what is going on, pros and PROesses? It's KMJNH6123 and welcome back to another sit-down commentary session. Haven't done one of these for a while, purely just for the fact I really haven't just been doing the videos really. I used to do a lot of these back in the day, like sit-down commentary sessions where I do some commentary over some gameplay, generally Call of Duty gameplay, or predominantly Call of Duty gameplay like back in the day. So I've just got some Call 4 gameplay in the background. These are just recent-ish games. Where I was just recording for the sake of it, recording the good maps. And the game's so easy these days, I always end up going positive, so it's just a positive score. I think this match is 95 to like 22 or something crazy like that. Didn't hit the 100 mark, but I've done it loads of times before. But yeah, again, I'll just leave the gameplay playing in the background because I mainly want to talk about a topic or discussion or something like that. Because this is what I like to do with these sit-down commentary sessions, just chill, talk about some world issues, talk about some questions like beliefs and stuff, and just have a good chat really with you guys. Because I know my subscribers which watch all my videos, I know they'll obviously watch this video as well, and obviously I like to interact with my subscribers as much as possible, so I like to get you guys involved. So obviously again, I'll think of a topic or something like that, and then I want your feedback and your opinion on it, guys, because obviously everyone's different and everything like that. As I said, I haven't done one of these for a while. I just got a lot of topics and stuff to just talk about, and it's just more variety for my channel again, because it just does bring back the old COD 4 gameplay, even though if it's not too much focused on it. But anyway, so today's topic I'm going to be doing about is an interesting one. It's to do with sustainability plus selfishness for the future, like future the future people, if you want to call them that, future humanity. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard of the NWO agenda, the New World Order, agenda. If you don't know what that is, look it up on YouTube. It's just about where there'll be like making sure humanity will survive a lot longer by making sacrifices, by like simple things, by like not having as many children, by not doing this, by not doing that. So just look it up, guys. You understand what I mean. So I obviously watched a lot of videos and just not done the research, but I just know a lot of stuff about this. So again, my actual question is, in the future, okay, there's 8 billion humans now, or there's going to be 8 billion soon. Obviously in the future it's going to be a lot more. I think there's like a birth every 5 seconds and a death every like 20 or something in the whole world. So obviously there's going to be more people than humans now. At one point, we're going to run out of resources, we're going to run out of power, we're going to run out of food. It's going to be too much. It's going to be too much to cope. Now, I bet you're saying, oh well, I saw this video once where they can fit like the whole of like the population into like what's it, like half of, or like the whole of America or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, that's true, but one, we don't want to live like that. Two, it's tight, compared. We all want gardens, we all want nice stuff, we all want we all want nice big houses. You don't want to live in cooped up massive towers. We don't want that. We want to live in nice big quiet areas. So obviously it's going to be like depression, because you're going to be tight and closed, you're going to be high up, you're going to be concrete around you. It's not nice, peaceful. So that will never happen. It'll be really all tight into one. But again, so obviously now how I'm saying this, I'm saying it in a neutral way, but it's true, because you have to overcome your selfishness. Now bear with me. So as I explain it, so in a way, we all think our families are special. We all think we're special. We all think we've all got our own families. We've all got our girlfriend, boyfriend, parents, grandparents. We all think we all love each other. We think we love our parents. We think our parents are they're special. We all think our mums are the one, and you know what I mean, guys. Like you think your boyfriend, your girlfriend's the best, whatever, so on. But at the end of the day, no one gives a crap what you think. Like, I'm walking down the street, I'm driving, I don't care what happens to that family in that car or that car or that car. They're just one of obviously in the second world there's obviously there's not 8 billion people that are living normal lives. Obviously half of them in poverty, etc. But let's just say the population to make it easy. So obviously they're just another family in a massive population. So I don't care what happens to that family. If I don't know them, you don't care about, and that's the thing. And everyone thinks their family's special. It's like everyone says, oh, I have kids, please don't kill the mom, or in a situation, for example, you always hear it, don't you? Like, oh, I've got kids, I've got a family. I'm like, yeah, but what do you mean you've got a family? So does another 8 billion people have their own families. Like, your family's not any special from them. Everyone would say the exact same thing you do. Everyone is going to say, oh, I've got my family, I've got kids, you know. Everyone's going to say the same thing, which means everyone thinks in a selfish way, because everyone thinks, oh yeah, my family's special. Now, saying that, because of the selfishness, because everyone thinks their own family and own line of friends are special, and, you know, their own, you know, family, whatever is, you know, whatever, it's going to lead to problems in the future, because, you know, because it's like, in the future, I believe they should limit the amount of kids you can have, like, per couple to one, or one adoption, because, or two adoptions, whatever, because people always need adoption, you know, kids need adoption, they need nice homes. Because we can't keep having 3-4 kids at a time, because one, there just isn't enough, you know, in the future we'll eventually run out of space, you know, there's no way to do about it, but before we run out of space, even if everyone lives in normal houses, obviously a lot of crap is going to go down before we get to that stage, because, you know, we're going to run out of a lot of resources before that, and etc. So it's like, would you be willing to, you know, sacrifice your, you know, would you be willing to sacrifice your family, or your, you know, your life or whatever, for, you know, for the greater good of humanity? Now, I mean that as in, again, by having any one kid. Personally, I only really wanted one kid, or wanted to adopt someone, because of that, you know, because of very reasons, because, and there's a number of reasons I can go into why you shouldn't have more than one kid, you know, the cost, and the extra work, and blah blah blah, so on, and the money, and, you know, obviously that is a big factor these days, you know, how can anyone afford anything these days with today's climate, and harder, and money, and savings? How can really anyone afford anything? You know, no one really can, to be honest. You know, we all really try our best. But again, that's the point. We all really want to try and afford our nice holidays. We all think we have our family holiday, and everyone has their own family holiday. So I mean, everyone, we're just copying what everyone else does. We're just ants within 8 billion people. You know, like I said, no one's more special than anything else. You know, the rich and famous of all the world, you know, blah blah blah, they're fine. All us normal people, we're just ants, you know. But that's the thing. The question is to you guys, you know, would you agree with, let's say we were in the future, right, and there was a population crisis, would you agree with having one kid, or adopting one kid only? You know, let me know in the comments. I personally would agree with that, because you have to see outside the box, because again, everyone thinks their family is special because they're selfish. They don't think about everyone else. They don't think about the future family or future generations. You know, in 500 years time, we'll be nothing. We would have just continued on the family. Like, our grandparents, parents, they're nothing to us now. We don't know who they were. We don't know what they are. You know, they just continued on the family for us. We don't care, you know, who they are. We're never going to know them, speak to them, see pictures. You know, we don't care who they are. You know, just like us, we think we're special now. In 500, 1,000 years, we'll be nothing. Just like our family 500, 1,000 years ago, absolutely nothing now. They just continued on the family. Whoever had our families thousands of years ago, or 500 years ago, wherever our family started, however surname started, you know, they're nothing now. They just continue on the family like we will be. You know, they had their own family meals and family this, but it doesn't make a difference, because they're just doing what everyone else does. But that's my point. And I know you're thinking, oh well, you know, you never would have been born, or, you know, never, you know, but that's the point. That's being selfish. Would you think outside the box and think, well, if we start reducing now, we can really save the future? Because let's say everyone had, like, you know, a lot of people do have more than one kid, you know, more or less, to be fair. You know, but I mean, personally, I'm my only child again, so, you know, I personally love being an only child, because I find like my parents, it's less work for them, and, you know, they have to spend less money, and, you know, I'm good. I'm 21 now, you know, and, you know, I fend for myself. I've got my own job, money, car, you know, I can pay for myself. It's like my parents can now, you know, save the money even more, so, you know, they can do whatever, buy that nice car they've always wanted, you know, in their late 50s or whatever. So, you know, it gives them more retirement money, you know, so they can retire earlier, because obviously money's hard these days. You know what I mean? It just saves money. And if they had another kid, you know, which they won't, they've got to do all that extra money again. It's crazy. It's like, why? And I would not personally agree with it. I'll be out of here as fast as possible. But that's for a separate, you know, commentary, brothers and sisters. That's for a separate commentary. But that's my question. Would you think outside the box to not be selfish? You know, do you think you're not special? Because, you know, when my parents say to me, oh, you know, at 21st birthday or whatever, I'm like, you know, it's just what? It's just another birthday. Everyone else has a birthday. And they're like, oh, it's special. I'm like, come on, you know, it's just another birthday. Like, you know, would you go out for a meal? You know, you go out for meals any time. You know, it's not, you get free presents. You know what I mean? It's nothing. So I mean, everyone thinks their 21st is special, but everyone has their 21st. You know, everyone thinks they're special in that way, but it's really not. And that's the point. That's the point I'm trying to get across. Is like, you know, is we're going to have to make sacrifices for the greater good of, you know, the future of humanity. Which I'm happy to do with, because, you know, some people say, oh, you know, the human race is doomed and the human race is a mess and just leave it to die out. And well, you know, there is ways we can save it. And obviously, I mean, obviously as technology advances, obviously new power, you know, will obviously come into place. Obviously we'll get power a new way, whether that be nuclear or fusion or whatever power, you know, or whatever, you know. And obviously in the future we may be on different planets, on a spaceship, whatever, I don't know. So obviously that may sort out certain problems, but at the same point though, for the current time and the way the world's going at the moment, we certainly need, you know, something. We certainly need sorting out. Something needs to be done about it. And again, look up the New World Agenda, the New World Order. You know, look them up on YouTube. It is very interesting, and it mentions all about the population control, population growth. And again, it brings back to my point. Again, not being racist or anything, but you know, you see in Africa when there's these families and having like 5, 6 kids when they can't even afford to have one kid. Like they live in the slums and having like, you know, like 6 kids, and I'm like, why would you, you know, I don't get it. Like, why would you have 6 kids when you can't afford one, let alone 2, 3 or 4 or 5, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. There needs to be a cap, there needs to be, you know, there needs to be some sort of control, because, you know, you see it and, you know, we're made to feel sorry for them, but I'm like, I don't feel sorry for them, because I'm like, why would you have 6 kids? Because you can't afford it. Why have all these extra kids, you know? I know a lot of it is down to government, and obviously the government take all the money in Africa or whatever. But again, if I ask for a different story and whatever, but it's the same kind of principle. Like they have 6 kids, you know, it messes up the country, and you know they're all poverty, they're all dying. Like, what's the point in that? You know, they've all got bad lives. You know, why would you do that? But yeah, again, the main question is, would you be happy with 1 kid or 1 adoption? Let me know in the comments. Again, would you overcome selfishness for the future? So yeah, let me know in the comments, guys. So as always, thanks for watching. I think, as I said, the final score for this gameplay was about 95 to something. As you can see, I was going really hard out at the end to try and go over 100. But you know, this game's had its run now, and obviously I've, you know, got over 100 loads of times before. But like I said, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.